Alrighty, all. I'm just going to take you through the Bybit exchange, just so you know your way around there a little bit. It's the exchange I'm currently using. Most exchanges are pretty simple. I may put some videos together on other exchanges as well, but for the moment, this is Bybit, and it's like any exchange account. Once you create yourself an account, you're going to have to do your ID verification, your KYC, before you can do too much. But once you've done that, um, doesn't really matter what page you happen to be on at the moment. But if you just go to your assets, um, and we can click on the funding account. The funding account is what it sounds like. That's where you send your funds to initially, and then you can do whatever you like with them. Which in this case, for our AI crypto scanning, we're going to be using it for trading. I'm just going to click on the overview for the moment. Now, I don't have a lot of funds in very many places on Bybit, but I'll just go to overview and that'll show me where I've got any monies that I have on Bybit. And you can see up here, you've got a deposit button that you can just click on and send crypto to it. You can deposit in all the usual sort of ways. It gives you the total overall balance you have here. Now, when you send funds to Bybit, via the deposit button, the funds may end up in the funding account here. We need them in the unified trading account. Okay, so if they've ended up in your funding account, you can just click this transfer button and transfer it from funding to your unified trading account. What else have we got to know about on here? Obviously up here you got your profile picture. That'll give you all your account details. I didn't mean to do that. You can create sub accounts and all of that. They have a crypto card that you can easily get a hold of and use if you don't already have one somewhere else. But if we're going to go to the trading now, there are a lot of different trading options. Spot simply is basically, it does have leverage as well, but margin trading is the same. But if you don't want to use leverage, you want to go to spot. But with our AI crypto signals, we're going to want to use leverage. You don't have to, but it's preferable and it's quite safe because we're using a stop loss, so that determines the amount of risk. And the easiest way to trade leverage is by the futures contracts. So I'm just going to click on futures, and that will open up on the futures dashboard here. I'm currently on the Bitcoin USDT. That's going to bring up the Bitcoin chart. All of this order book stuff here, I would just, if you're new to crypto trading, I would just completely ignore that for the moment. It's not vital information when you're getting started. All you really need to do is we can just leave this on cross, and this is where we select our leverage. Personally, I've just been using 10 times leverage. And you can do limit orders or you can do market orders. What that means is that if you've got it on market orders, as soon as you click either long or short to place the trade, it's going to place that trade at the current market value. So, which would be right here. If you were doing it on a limit order, you could set it to start from here, but then the market would need to come back down to that to activate it. It is very handy, but for the moment, especially if you're new to crypto trading and you're using our AI crypto signals, just leave it on market. And like I shared in the other video, when you're reading the signal, just make sure that it's not too much different from the current market price. So if on the signal it said, enter the market at this level, 75,440, but you didn't get the signal for a few hours, the market may have moved all the way up here already, which means you've missed that trade. If you had placed it as soon as you got the signal, then you would have made all that profit. But don't just blindly place a trade. If it's an old trade, if it's a nice new trade, less than half an hour old, then most of the time it should be fine. But it never hurts to just double check that the entry price is very close to the actual market price. In the other video, I showed you how to use the little spreadsheet I built to work out the trade size that you're going to take out. And once you work that out, you just type in here the amount you're going to trade. You need to open up the take profit and stop loss so you can place the stop loss. So you're just going to copy it from the signal and paste it straight into there. Copy the take profit right off the signal and put it in there. And then you just either press long or short, depending on whether it's a long or short trade. Now, to change charts, so you just put your cursor there and come down and click on the search bar, and you might want to trade Lab USDT, and then you just click on that and it'll bring up that actual chart. And what it shows you on the chart is you can change the scale like that, and then you can just drag the chart around to wherever it is so you can visualize it the easiest. But down here, this little B, that means on this candle, and specifically where that little arrow is at the top of the candle, when I hover there, that is where I entered, where I placed my trade, and it was a buy order, which is also called a long order. That's where I bought it, and it's taken 2 to 3 days to play out. It went into pretty good profit here. This is my take profit line up here. It went into good profit, but didn't quite hit the take profit. It retraced right back down here, and then just today it hit the take profit. So that's what the B's and the S, that means I bought here and sold here. I'm just going through the very basics here today. So this is specifically aimed at people that are new to crypto trading. Now, on positions, this is the current trades that I have opened. So I have one on gold and one on ZRO. Tells you all the details of it here. You can scroll across further, and I can see this trade here is in drawdown, so it's in a losing state at the moment, if you will. It's a negative 0.8%, so pretty close to break even. And this one down here is in 14.5% profit. this little box with the arrow in it. If you click on that, this is where you can download these nice little pictures to advertise your profits. And it also has your own personal referral code here and QR code. So if you want to refer somebody to Bybit, then you can earn some little commissions off that. You can download it, you can copy the link, you can email it, shoot it to Telegram or Facebook, whatever you like. Now, if for example, like this LAB trade that I took out here, it made quite decent profit, but it's closed out now, and I can't. There's no lines of info here for it, so I can't get from here. I can't get that pretty little picture to advertise. But if I go down to P&L, profit and loss, the LAB trade was the very last one that closed out. So I'll come across to the little arrow in the box and click on that, and that gives me the same option, but for a trade that's already closed. And see, that was very nice, 192% profit off that one trade. And that was a trade that took almost 3 days to play out. Our signals, they can take anywhere from an hour or so through to a few days to play out. But that's about it. From here you can deposit directly into your unified trading account. You can convert from, one crypto to another. You can transfer it out to your funding wallet so you can withdraw the profits, that sort of thing. And that's about all that is really important for the moment on Bybit. We will have some more videos that go into a few more technical details. We'll touch on limit orders and moving our stop losses to make the trades risk-free, adding trailing stop losses. We'll do a video on all of that as well. But for now, that should get you started. I'll talk to you again soon.